On the field, the emotional side of Virat. I know a different kind of Virat off the pitch. Very quiet.
Really?
Not as emotional. Lots of time for everyone. He loves doing things for other people.
Have you gone chole bhature eating with him?
Not street food, no. I think he knows my South African stomach won't be able to deal with it.
Take it. Welcome to Sunday Brunch. आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे काम्या जानी कहाँ गई और मैं यहाँ सिद्धार्थ आलमैन क्या कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कि ये एक स्पेशल एपिसोड है ऑफ संडे ब्रंच जहाँ हमारे साथ होने वाले हैं AB de Villiers, मिस्टर 360, सुपरमैन ऑफ क्रिकेट, एंड हम लोग उनसे जानेंगे उनकी लाइफ की कहानियां बट ऑल्सो अबाउट हिज ब्रांड एम्बेसडरशिप ऑफ द SA20। तो क्या वेट है, आइए चले बात करते हैं उनसे संडे ब्रंच पे। Well, you don't expect me, but here I am, Siddharth Alaman, hosting the Sunday Brunch with Mr. Superman. AB, how are you doing?
Very good indeed.
You are Mr. 360. You have been an amazing cricketer, and we've seen you in multiple formats. So, AB, how often are you in Mumbai?
As often as I can. I love coming over here.
Really?
I prefer Bangalore's weather.
That's the one thing that Bangalore folks are always raving about, is that weather of theirs.
Yeah, it is good weather. I'm from Pretoria, and the weather is actually pretty similar.
Really?
It's not as hot and humid as Mumbai. Beautiful climate throughout the year,
wow.
And then with these afternoon thunder showers. So
is that a regular thing?
It is quite regular, particularly in the summertime or heading into summer. So very similar to Bangalore, actually.
Oh wow! And like we have the T20, now you have the SA20. Yeah?
Yeah.
How much of a kick does that give you?
It is special, I must say. It's great that we have a SA20 now. It's about time that South Africa pulled off a big T20 tournament like that. It's not as big as the IPL by no means, but yeah, we're heading in the right direction. So I'm very excited about that.
But अगर आप लोग जाके देखोगे South Africa में matches, तो it may become that big, right?
I don't think so. There are only about 65 million people in South Africa, where it's 1.5 or 6 billion people.
Correct, that's true.
So it'll never be as big, but the passion is there, the heart for and the love for sport. It's definitely in South Africa, and to have a collab with India and a lot of Indian interest in our cricket is fantastic.
Lovely. I love that there's going to be so many types of cricketing tournaments happening that we're going to be not able to keep a track in our calendars as to what to watch and where to watch it. What format is your go-to format? What do you love playing?
That has changed dramatically over the years. I think we started off loving white ball cricket. Then I very quickly realised red ball cricket and test cricket is the main format and the ultimate test for a cricket player. And then in the introduction of T20s, I think in 2008 was the first IPL year. Mm-hmm. I still didn't fall in love with it then, and only about 2011, 2012 did I get a hang of how to play the game, started really enjoying it. But I would say Test cricket is still the ultimate format and the ultimate challenge for a cricketer.
100%.
But there's a big love for T20 cricket in my heart.
Yeah, there are those niche folks of the Test cricketing world who love the red ball. So I'm sure that there is one. But there is a lot of chatter that's been going on about ODI cricket and how we should just do T20 or Test.
It's a tough question and pretty controversial.
Yes.
It's tough to give it the right answer. There's no doubt that T20 cricket have taken over big time over the last few years. I feel there's still room for ODIs, but they will certainly have to tweak it and make sure that whatever is best for cricket comes out, But Test cricket's got to stay. That's still the ultimate form.
Yeah, 100%.
ODIs needs a bit of tweaking, and I'll leave that up to the main guys, the ICC and all the organisers around the world to make sure that is run in the right way.
2011 is also when you met Virat. That friendship has been a very strong one, and we've very openly seen your banter online on social media sometimes. It's so much fun.
I think he's a wonderful human being. We met actually before 2011, but 2011 was when we became close friends, when we started playing together at RCB. I have a lot of time and respect for him. I think he's got a wonderful heart. Not a lot of people see it because all you see is on the field, the emotional side of Virat. And that's, I think, how I was brought up, and that's why he's so successful, is that passion for the game. That's what you see on the pitch. I know a different kind of Virat off the pitch, very quiet,
really?
Not as emotional, lots of time for everyone. He loves doing things for other people. So yeah, I think we'll be friends forever. That's for sure.
So cool. Have you gone chole bhature eating with him? You know, proper Indian street food.
Not yet, no. He's taken me to a lot of restaurants, but not
Yeah.
not street food. No, I think he knows my South African stomach won't be able to
He
deal
won't be
with
able
it.
to take it. All right, we are at Sassy Spoon and we're going to have some food while we are on the Sunday brunch. I mean, we have to do the brunch spread. So let's call for it, yeah?
Let's do it.
Are you a foodie?
I love food. Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually a problem because I have to manage it. You know, you
Yeah.
can't have too much of it. Too much of a good thing is bad. So.
Yeah, correct.
But I love taste different kinds of cuisine, and I've had the privilege to have travelled many parts of the world and tasted different cuisines. So
Lovely.
where do we start?
A pizza like this is damn nice.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Cheers. Yeah.
You are almost a national player in rugby as well, right?
Rugby, yes, wasn't far away. Well, I did get provincial colours at school.
Yeah.
Then I stopped.
What is the zone that you're in when you're dabbling between multiple games, and what all were you playing?
It wasn't too complicated, to be honest. All I knew is I love playing ball sports, rugby, cricket, tennis. I even played hockey. I love golf.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't that serious, you know. The internet, because of the fact that I started playing for South Africa and then RCB, they wanted to pull out as much as I could, and then all these stories started that I could have done anything. That's not completely true. I loved playing all sports, and I wasn't bad at anything. I could play because I had hand-eye coordination. I think tennis was my strongest sport growing up when I was younger. And but when I went to high school, I really enjoyed team sports.
All right.
So rugby and cricket stood out. I got a bad injury in rugby in my final game. I dislocated my elbow as I placed the ball. A big guy fell on my arm. My elbow ended up here. Took me a while to recover, and then I sort of started fading towards cricket.
Do you remember being picked for the first time, and what was that feeling like?
Incredible. I do remember it very, very well. I was at my girlfriend's house at the time. I got a phone call from a guy called Haroon Lorgaard.
All right.
And I was like stuttering, and I think that Haroon thought this guy's completely, maybe it's a mistake calling. Maybe you should have picked someone else.
Oh, man.
I was obviously very surprised, called my parents, we were all in tears. And then the grind started, you know. All of a sudden I found myself in the middle of the team with the likes of Charles Callis, Mark Boucher, my heroes growing up, Guy Antini. And I had to prove that I belonged to play there, you know, or deserved to play there and belonged in the team. And that's the long and the short.
And then for T20, when you came to India for 2008, how was that like?
Incredible. I didn't play a lot of games, but very similar experience, to be honest. Found myself with the likes of Glenn McGrath, Dan Vittori, Shoaib Malik.
Yeah.
Also guys that I never thought I would actually get to know a bit better, have a beer with in the evenings and just listen to the stories. And we grew up almost forced to dislike other teams and countries.
That's true.
And all of a sudden, we're in a team together and you go like, this guy's actually quite nice. I thought Glenn McGrath's like evil, you know. But he's a nice guy, and we have similar likes and things that we enjoy about life. Got to know some of my Indian friends, like Virat, we spoke about him earlier, and many, many others. So I think that's probably also the biggest take from my cricketing career. It's just friends that I met and connections over the years.
Cool. Do you think SA20 will also do the same kind of things for South African players?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I spoke about it in length with the tournament last year. It's just the opportunity for youngsters to have that platform, to get to know some of the best players in the world, see how they prepare, see how they perform and why they are the best. And also getting to know that they're only humans after all, and that it's possible for me to do the same thing. So it's incredibly powerful for youngsters to have that platform and that exposure. All of a sudden they are seen on global television.
Yeah.
They get picked up in different tournaments. They get opportunity, you know.
That's
so
true.
It's really good for our cricket.
I mean, if you see the diaspora that we have, Rinku Singh has just shined from T20 and now is playing. So, you know, I think this may be a very good platform for a lot of good players from local teams to kind of show their talent, right?
Definitely. Every year you see new names in the IPL popping up out of nowhere. Guys who you've forgotten about, all of a sudden you go like, hold on, we forgot how good he actually is. So once again, it's just that opportunity, platform on the biggest stage to show what you're about. And
that's true.
There's also some sad stories of guys disappearing, but that's ultimately what sport's about, you know. You either got it or you don't, and it can be brutal sometimes. But just to have that opportunity, and that's what the IPL, the SA20, and some of the other tournaments around the world give you.
All the best. We should keep eating while
Yeah.
we're at it.
Yeah.
I'll get out our this or that questions. This is sort of a rapid fire where we try to understand just your likes and dislikes about some things. Batting or fielding?
No, good question. Batting.
Yeah.
I love fielding though. Love taking catches and being there with the team. No, sorry, it's a long answer all of a
No,
sudden.
that's a good one. In fact, I have another one to lead up to that.
Yeah.
You also have a 360-degree performance. So is that instinct or premeditated?
But of both. It started with instinct and then it started turning to premeditation, where I had to read the game and understand the flow and the bowler's thinking.
And the slip isn't a tricky one for you?
Yeah, no.
You've done it very seamlessly a lot of times.
It's all about the desire to want to win games of cricket.
Yeah.
I'll do anything out there to try and win a game for the team.
Super. ODI or T20?
T20, definitely.
Royal Challengers Bangalore or Pretoria Capitals?
I can't say.
All the RCB fans watching out there, you should let us know in the comments what you miss about
I
ABD.
grew up in Pretoria, it's my hometown, but Bangalore's also my hometown, so it's a tough one.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very difficult. My career started in Pretoria.
That's what?
Centurion Park, that's where I played my first game, my first big game. I remember watching Sean Pollock perform there when I was 11 years old, so it's a very close place to my heart, but obviously RCB and Bangalore played a huge role in my life.
You saw Pollock walking in and you knew he's going to own the field, right? It's that confidence that he exuberates also, right?
I think so. Well, it was a long time. It was 1995.
Yes.
So he was like my hero. Him and Jonty Rhodes and Ansi Cronje were there. And I just remember sitting there going, that's what I want to do one day.
So cool. Fast ball or spin?
To play against, if I was
You can answer both of them.
I would have wanted to be a spinner to just control the game. But I do enjoy when I get a hold of a spinner as well. So I prefer to face spin when I'm playing well.
And it's a pacey one, you can direct it and it's easier slightly, no?
I've always felt like they don't think about the game as much as the spinners.
You don't. Okay, century in a chase or a match-winning six?
Oh, match-winning six.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, ABD as a captain or a player?
Always just been a player.
Really?
Yeah. One of the guys.
Scoring a 50 under pressure or a stylish century in a calm situation?
Under pressure, always.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you perform better
I'll
under pressure?
take 20 under pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, super.
Because I know that's where most guys fumble and crumble. So I've always wanted to be the guy to be able to play under pressure.
Have you been always that guy who could take pressure easily?
I think it's something you learn over the years. I think all youngsters really panic under pressure. And then once you go through it once, twice, 3 times, you start getting used to it, start understanding what you did wrong and how to handle it a bit better.
And like a faster format like SA20, does that enable you to handle pressure and react to it faster?
Definitely. T20 cricket forces you to make decisions at a rapid pace. So I think it's fantastic to have the SA20 in South Africa, because finally we have that chance to give the youngsters to react under pressure and to perform under pressure.
Lovely. Beach vacations or mountain getaways?
Tough, man. I love nature, so I would say mountains. Mountain getaways where there are big trees, rivers, streams. It's definitely more idyllic and more special to me, and that's where I feel a lot smaller.
Oh yeah?
But beach holidays are nice with the family and it's fun.
Yeah.
But definitely for the heart, it's definitely in the mountains.
I've seen your Instagram, you're constantly filming the children and the wife, and are you making those reels yourself?
It's my wife.
Yeah, good job, ma'am.
I don't have time for that.
You spend a lot of family time. You're equally dividing your attention between both the worlds.
I think I've realized over the years that family time is the most important thing there is. It's priority for me. So they always come first, and I still have some stuff that I need to do in life and that I need to get to, but family will always come first.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Books or movies?
Movies. Yeah, prefer movies.
Early morning workouts or evening exercises?
Early morning is the best, even though I don't always do it. But it's a lot easier and better to start your day like that. I go about 70-30 with that.
All right.
But the 30% in the afternoons and evenings is very difficult to do. And sometimes you go like, I'll just skip it today. I'll just miss this one. Yeah, so it's not nice. But in the mornings, you just do it.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I was more of an extrovert growing up, and I've become more of an introvert over the years.
How is that?
It's weird. I have no idea how that happened. I think it's with playing cricket and getting a lot of attention over the years sort of forced me a little bit into my shell, and
Yeah.
I started enjoying time in the hotel room by myself a bit more over the years.
City living or country living?
No, definitely country. I grew up in a small town just outside of Pretoria, and I miss it to this day. And I want to give my kids the same upbringing, even though it's not so easy these days. It's more barefoot, being able to get on your bicycle, go to school, go to the sports grounds, come home. My parents
right
almost
there.
exactly. My parents almost didn't know where I was most of the day, and I was playing sports.
Amazing.
But that's how I grew up. In the city, you can't really do that.
Adventure travel or relaxing at a spa?
Adventure travel,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. I love adrenaline rush. I love being out in the nature, going on a road trip, seeing new places, meeting new people.
And digital detox or always being connected?
I think the detox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as you're here
with
working,
us.
but you just want to go back to detox.
exactly.
Lovely. There you go, AB. We have.
Cottage cheese
We love paneer.
wrapped in string.
Yes. They've made it
I
crispy.
enjoy paneer as well.
Yeah.
Ira taught me to eat. To eat paneer. When I met him, he wasn't vegetarian, but he
Became
but
vegetarian.
he loves his paneer. Yeah.
Thank you, Virat, for introducing AB to paneer.
I must say, the first time I saw paneer, I thought, "What in the world is this?"
Yeah.
And then they just told me, "No, it's cheese, and it's actually quite nice. It's a
Yeah,
healthy
dude.
cheese, high in protein."
That's what. Try it.
So I thought-
Tell me what you think.
Can I eat it with my hands?
Yeah, of course. In India, we eat with our hands. That's just how we roll. Good? That's the thing about Indian food. We love our spices. so
Amazing.
everything.
Well, it's quite spicy as well, which I love.
This one?
I love a little bit of spice in
Yeah.
food.
2015. Do we talk about that? Are you okay?
Of course.
That was
Why
a
not?
sad one. I remember the whole team being very, very dejected and disappointed.
World Cup's just all about small margins, tiny little moments that
Yeah.
turn the momentum of a game. And excuse me,
No.
that was a bit spicy there.
That was spicy.
Oh, I'm emotional. I'm kidding.
That's a nice way of doing it.
So obviously sad. We would have wanted to win that. Lost in the semi-final to
That's
New
true.
Zealand. But what I'm very proud of that day is we arrived and we played good cricket. So it wasn't one of those moments where we came up short because we couldn't play the free game that we always wanted to play.
I mean, it was home ground for them.
It was tough, eh?
Yeah.
It was a very loud stadium, just away, New Zealanders shouting and going crazy.
2016 and RCB had a similar fate, So, did you ever happen to go back to the room and then just think about how the last 2 years have been?
2016 was even worse, I think. We were in the final, we were playing so well, and all of a sudden we started collapsing.
Yeah.
But then again, you gotta have to look at the opposition as well and give them credit. In both
very good.
in both circumstances, I think New Zealand also played a good game. It's not just us that lost,
That's true.
and Sunrisers Hyderabad that day were the best bowling attack in the tournament.
Yeah.
And they proved it in the final. So ultimately ended up with the trophy.
That's true. I'm born and brought up in Hyderabad. That's why I gave them all Hyderabadis a look. But there is a Sunrisers team in SA20 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of. Do you think there may be similarities?
Maybe they won the tournament last year.
Yeah, that's what.
So it's a good start, and Aidan Markram played well. He's captain of the team.
Yeah.
But yes, obviously the jerseys are very similar. That's the similarities there.
That's true. We are very close to Wankhede here. Do you have any stories?
Many memories. I love playing there. It's one of my favorite grounds in the world.
Oh, wow.
Always very hot and very humid. It's one thing that immediately comes to mind. I've won more games there than I've lost, I think.
That's true.
Really, really good memories.
When you were at the wicket, when you're keeping, what are the thoughts that are going in your mind which are different from when you may be batting, bowling or fielding?
All very similar. When you're in the middle of a battle, it's all about how to get an edge on your opponent and how to find a way to beat them. And then there's the noise of the crowd, but very often you just block that out and you get used to it over the years.
Any Indian cricketers that you saw coming about and you were like, oh man, this guy's going to be amazing, and then that happened?
Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, early on when they were both youngsters, both of them became incredible players. I think Yuzi Chahal, when he was very inexperienced early on in his career, I thought he had something special because he had a bit of that fight in him.
Yeah, he's an enthusiast.
So, same thing with him. Quite a few others. I mean, too many to mention. So many world-class Indian cricket players that came through and that ended up playing incredible cricket. So,
lovely.
and that's largely due to the IPL and the platform that created for them.
Exactly what I was leading to. Even like Surya Kumar Yadav, got recognized by T20 and he's just acing in the game
Exactly.
right now.
No, I love watching him play. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he gets compared to you a little here and there. Yeah, because he's got the all-round performance.
Maybe even better than me, I think.
Really?
We'll see. He's still got some years to go, but he can play.
That's so nice of you to say. What do you see yourself? Do you see a difference in your approach while you're coaching versus while you would be in the green room as a captain?
I think it's very similar. I'm maybe a bit more relaxed now. When you're in the middle, it's always difficult to stay calm. No, but I think I'm still exactly the same guy. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
I'm just maybe a little bit more knowledgeable about the game now, looking from the outside.
Do you cook ever?
I love cooking.
Really?
I really do. I'm not very good, I think. I don't know. My wife will have to tell you.
Your wife should comment in this under this video to let us know what she thinks about the cooking.
I don't think I'm bad.
And the kids, what do they lend to you as a human now?
I was just going to say, if you're still talking about cooking, I don't think they enjoy my cooking. They're still very young.
Yeah.
So yeah, their taste buds have not really developed yet, but we'll get there.
So, what are the kind of activities that you're indulging in when you're at home with the children?
We all outdoors people, We love playing cricket and football and
Amazing.
all sorts of sports in the garden. I'm very lucky to have a relatively big garden. So there's space, there's lots of grass and lawn. So there's room to run around with and just to have fun. Big swimming pool, so we love swimming. We recently got 2 dogs. So,
oh yeah? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So the kids love that. I grew up with a dog as well.
Have you done the Vada Pav trail in Mumbai?
No.
We love our street food. We love promoting our street food. So you should definitely. It's a little spicy, but you can just ask them to not put the green chutney and the red one.
No, I can deal with spices.
Yeah, a little.
It's not a problem. Not too bad.
Where all in India have you been?
Most places, I think, in India, I've seen a lot. I can't mention all of it now, but I mean, if you've played the IPL here before, and if you've toured here with South Africa, you see most places.
How different are the terrains and the weather in South Africa? Let's say some Indians want to visit the SA20.
Similar to India, the weather in South Africa varies from Cape Town to up north in Pretoria. It's very much different.
Sure.
And then also on the East Coast in Durban, it's a bit more tropical, a bit more muggy,
it's humid like us.
A bit more like Mumbai.
That's true.
In summertime, particularly.
That's amazing. So when we are hosting the SA20, Jan and Feb, is it going to be, what kind of weather is going to be there?
It'll be summertime. So
summer?
If you're up north, there will be those afternoon thunder showers, which is absolutely beautiful, but only for like an hour or so, 30 minutes. Very similar to Bangalore, but it will be around 30 to 35 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
But not very humid.
Okay.
So it's nice, fresh air, but quite hot. When in Cape Town at that time of the year, it'll be hot, but just beautiful, just perfect weather. If you're in the East Coast in Durban and Port Elizabeth, it'll be a bit too warm for my liking.
And what's the traditional foods like?
I think everything. I think similar to India, how India have developed with cuisine over the years, same with South Africa. There's a little bit of everything. There curries, sushi, there's Western food, and there's Italian, there's a bit of everything.
Yeah.
You can literally eat anything there.
You're being the brand ambassador of SA20. Does that put pressure?
I don't think so.
You like it?
All I can do is be myself.
Amazing.
Yeah, what else I can't give you more than who I am. But I would love people to come over to South Africa, enjoy what we have to offer. I think there's incredible service and also food and very welcoming human beings. Very similar to India. I think we have a lot in common actually.
Yeah. What do you have to say about on-ground chatter? Like, players getting heated in, some times and there's exchanges that are thrown at each other. How does a young player tackle something like that?
I think there's room for that in the game and it's necessary to keep that competitiveness. That's what people actually want to see is a battle between bat and ball, and it must be fierce, But there's a line because you need to be friends afterwards. And as long as the players can remember that there should be respect from a human point of view, then it's all good. I've always enjoyed the bravado and the rivalry out there. And I think it's necessary in sport. That's what sport is all about.
We spoke about rivalries before. And there is India-Pakistan. Of course, after 2015, there was a certain thing that South Africans had with New Zealand for no harm of theirs. But it was just like on-ground rivalry.
For sure. I think there's a time and a place for that. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. What is your ritual? What was your ritual in the dressing room?
I never had any superstitions, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed following the same routine and preparing in a certain manner. And just to get myself mentally in a space where I knew it's time to perform. I think the mind is very strong and the body follows. So if you give the mind the same kind of preparation, same routines, the body just follows, and
Really?
it's almost like muscle memory. I wouldn't say exactly the same, but very similar. I like to be very calm, listen to a bit of music, and just prepare the mind for battle,
What is your fitness regime like? Because we've got all this food in front of us and we've gorged it, but there's some way that you're going to go burn it as well.
Yeah. You'll see I didn't eat all of it. I would handpick, obviously, a very strong protein-based diet. I've
Okay.
always believed in. You've heard of intermittent fasting?
Yes,
So
of course.
I'm not completely all for it, but I do believe in not eating too much in the mornings, where it was always the opposite when I was growing up. And then I'll have my first meal when I'm ready around 1 or 2. But funny enough, when I follow that kind of diet or routine, I'm never that hungry when lunchtime comes around.
Yeah.
So I'm already prepared and ready to have a small meal, protein-based.
Okay.
And not long after that, I'll have my second protein shake. And all of a sudden, I've only had one meal and it's almost evening already,
yeah.
with the 2 protein shakes. And then it's very easy to stay active. It's balanced. I love doing my exercise, gym work. Yeah, and then I'll just have a nice balanced meal in the evening, nice and early. And I think follow your body, follow what your body tells you. And don't let your body lie to you. You're not always hungry.
That's true. I know what you mean. I mean, as Indians, we love just indulging in those evening snacks like samosas and dhoklas.
We've all been there. I've cheated many times, and yeah, but I'm at an age now where I understand my body a bit better.
Yeah.
And that's also the secret to playing cricket or sports is really understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, getting to know what works for you and what doesn't. And once you click that, then nutrition becomes a lot easier as well.
Your retirement wasn't very liked by a lot of people. What was the decision behind that?
Yeah, I also didn't enjoy retiring. I was just really tired, exhausted. I don't think COVID helped at all. Those few years of being in a bubble, wearing the mask the whole time, not playing in India, that really hurt me. So I wish I had the opportunity to play my last 2 or 3 years here, say goodbye properly, maybe lifting a trophy. But it's not all about the trophies, I had a fantastic time. I think I retired at the right time, looking back now. But I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere.
Movies, did anybody ever come to you to star in films or Bollywood, any of that?
Not really. Nothing that I can remember now. I think there were a couple of murmurs here and there of small things, but no.
So a lot of chatter has always been about sports folks who do advertising. So what is the crack to balancing, living both the lives?
Just to remember who you are and to keep your feet on the ground, to be prepared to work hard no matter what you do. But just remain human, and humble. I think that's the most important thing.
So if you had to invite somebody special for the SA20, any Bollywood celebrities who are watching probably, who would you like to have watch your games?
I think Ranveer Singh, I had the privilege of meeting him
Yeah.
a couple of times now, and just full of life and a spark. The last time I met him, we had to do a dance together, and I hate dancing. So I told him before, and I'm really not in a very good place here. I'm not way out of my comfort zone.
Oh, damn.
And he sort of guided me through it, and he helped me, and he kept telling me, "You're doing a great job, Even though I think he was lying to me, it made me feel a bit better about myself. But I think he's a great guy, and I think he'll enjoy South Africa. He should come again. Even though he's been there before, because we did the shoot in Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
He should spend a bit more time there.
That's it, Ranveer. If you're watching this, let us know, were you lying about his dance moves?
I think he was.
But what are you doing for chill time, your downtime?
I love playing sports. I enjoy golf, particularly golf. There's also this new game, paddle, however they pronounce it. It's similar to tennis, but it's with a paddle, and I love tennis.
I've seen some videos.
You've seen that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I play a lot of that with my friends. And then talking about friends, that's also how I like to spend my time, is spending time with really good friends of mine. A few really good quality friends that I spend time with, and that I always seek advice from, and just spend time with. And then family, nature, outdoors. Those are all my hobbies now. I like to spend my time.
The key players you're looking forward to in season 2 will probably represent SA national team ahead in the future.
I think Marco Jansen The first time I met him was in Chennai. I played against him against Mumbai that day. Aiden Markram, fantastic player.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him.
He was under pressure not long ago, very close to losing his spot in the national side, and all of a sudden, look where he is now. I think there are quite a few others. I think Devil Brevis play for Mumbai, Indian, Cape Town.
Formats like these also help, like currently there's a lot of players in India as well who aspire to be in the national team, but they could do the domestic and the international circuit just as well, right?
I think so. I think it's all about just keeping grinding, keep grinding out there, work at your game. And I spoke about it earlier, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses and how to fine tune that, make your strength stronger, minimize your weakness. I think that's the key for all young players, is to spend time in the net, spend time in the middle.
Have you interacted? Did you have friends, Indian friends in South Africa before you came down here? And
I don't think before I came over here, but I did certainly have a few friends. I think Virat I've covered quite a bit. And MS, I mean, he's just a legend of the game and a humble guy, nice guy. To be honest, I don't think he's shared himself with a lot of people, so I don't know him that well. He's always showed respect to me. We've had a couple of small chats together, but he's always been very introvert in a way, introvert kind of guy, kept to himself, and really stuck to his close friends, very similar to me in a way. Yeah. But just a legend, I think, of 2011, scoring that final six to win the World Cup for India. I think of him with Chennai, and now he's been dominating the IPL just with his leadership and his calmness at the wicket. I have a lot of respect for him and what he's achieved in life, and we'll remain friends for a long time.
Thank you so much for being on Curly Tails.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us. Do not forget, folks, you can also travel to South Africa and watch the SA20. I'd be really excited to visit as well. So let us know in the comments what you liked about this conversation. We've definitely not covered a lot of questions. So if you want AB to be with me in a car on the Bombay journey, that's 1,000 comments. Thank you so much.
Do it.
Yes. Thanks, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.